Hi, I'm Paul Revlin, the president of RevGear, and I'm here to talk to you today about how to choose the right boxing glove for you. It can be confusing with so many different models and styles and whatnot, so let me try to clarify it for you just a little bit. Here I have the main difference between two different gloves, which is a hook and loop glove, also known as Velcro style, and a lace boxing glove. The lace boxing gloves are commonly used for boxing, competitive boxing, amateur or pro, and for training often not used so much. The difference between this glove, this is a professional boxing glove, and something like this, which is a training glove, is that often this is weighted on the back, so that boxers want their opponent to feel less padding. So there's not much padding usually here. It tends to be weighted on the back side. In a training glove, you'll see a lot more padding on the front of the glove. And in these two examples, these are two very different gloves in that they're both at a similar price point, but they're different in how the padding is distributed. This glove is called our Elite glove, and it tends to be more narrow like this. And some people like it that way because when they're sparring, it can actually get through people's defenses easier than something like this, which is our original glove, which tends to have a wider, well, I call it a wider profile, but just overall it tends to be a wider glove. I don't know if you could see it here very easily, but the main difference, though, since this is just price point, is these are both leather gloves, and it really comes down to fit and comfort, and personal preferences like this wide feature that I'm talking about. This glove's called the original glove because it was one of the very first boxing gloves we ever created here at RevGear almost 20 years ago. But it's a very standard, good glove for beginners and people who are just getting started out because it's going to last a very, very, very long time. It's good for heavy bags and focus mitts, and you can also spar with it if you need be, and it's available in all sizes from 10 ounce all the way up to 16 or 18 ounce. And this glove, our Elite glove, can do a lot of the same things. It just has more padding up on the front and it's a little bit more narrow. You'll also notice that the thumb is a different shape. That's also just a matter of personal preference so that it fits in when you're making a tight fist. Some people like the thumb to go in really tight. All of these gloves have an attached thumb. That's a safety feature that you should always look for in a boxing glove because it keeps it protects your opponent from getting your thumb in their eye. It's also often called thumbing. So you want to make sure that your glove has an attached thumb, and it also makes sure that your glove stays in tight so that when you're punching you don't catch your thumb and break your thumb on things that on anything like a mitt or a person's head or a heavy bag or anything like that. So always look for an attached thumb when you have a glove. This one's attached with a webbing here and leather attachment here. This one just has a simple attachment here at this point. In any case, the most important thing when you're choosing a boxing glove is simply comfort. A lot of people, you shouldn't overthink it. You want to get a good training glove in a heavier size so that you get a good workout on your shoulders and have the right protection for your hand. And remember, you're always going to need hand wraps, so make sure you leave a little room for your hand wrap inside the glove. So you'll want a little wiggle room inside the glove. Make sure it's not too tight. And then the last thing to know is most of these gloves are leather, and they're going to stretch just like your shoes will when you wear your shoes for a good period of time. So sometimes it's good to buy a glove when it's a little snug, knowing that when it stretches out, it's going to fit you just right.